Wasteland 2. Is it worth a buy, guys? Let's read what the developers have to say, and then I'll tell you the truth. Welcome back to the Citadel, Rangers. Join the over 70,000... You know what? First fucking line. Join the over 70,000 Kickstarter backers. Do you know what I mean? Join over 70,000. There shouldn't be a "the" in. Seriously. If they can't fucking write, then, you know, how will you expect them to bloody make a game? Fucking Nora. I'll correct it for you, devs, don't worry. Join over 70,000 Kickstarter backers and interact with the development team to help shape the ending of an already historic post-apocalyptic story. Yeah. The Wasteland's hellish landscape has been waiting for you to make your mark or die trying. So what is the Wastelands 2, guys? Well, it was one of the first Kickstarter projects, and one of the most expensive as well, because this baby weighs in at a whopping $39.99, and I'm gonna tell you right now, it ain't fucking worth it. If you buy this in early access, you will get a free copy of Wastelands 1 and a copy of The Bard's Tale. Personally, I'd rather be kicked in the bollocks, but that's just my opinion. So what is Wastelands anyway? Let's get on with it. What is Wastelands 2? It's a role-playing post-apocalyptic game, and it is very deep, guys. This is the kind of game that you play if you aren't married. This is the kind of game, well, unless you've got a wife who just is addicted to soap operas and just will sit downstairs all the time watching soap operas, then you can play it as well. You need to invest a lot of time into this game. It's one of them city down games where you get a six-pack and you just shut your door, put a do not disturb notice on it, and you just get totally and utterly immersed in the game. You play yourself if you want. You can create yourself into this game. It won't look like you, but you can kind of put your name on him and all that other stuff, and change his stats and or her stats, whatever you want. You can create such a deep character, it's unreal. I mean, you can even set what religion you are, whether you smoke, what brand of cigarettes you like. You know, you write your own bio about yourself, and that is great, because if you're into role-playing games, that's essential, guys. And this game, as far as that's concerned, is very, very good. If you like the kind of combat style of this and you like role-playing, you're going to be in your fucking element. You just are. You'll be getting your... No. It's a single-player game, but it's very, like I say, it's very, very deep. What you've got to do, you're putting together a team of 4. You don't have to have 4, but you really need 4. And you control them 4 characters. Now, it's very, very important that the 4 characters that you have complement each other. For example, a sniper might go well, but you might also need to have a melee guy as well. Now, it might be an idea to have one of them as a trained medic, somebody who's probably agile, so give the medic a bit of speed, because you can change all the stats. You can set points in the different stats, and there are shitloads of stats, from the physical abilities to the proficiency with weapons. You control it all. You cannot really make a jack of all trades. You have got to really think this through. You have to spend a good bit of time researching the different types of character you can have and really planning out what you're going to do, or you will get raped later on in the game. So what I went for, and I'm not saying this is the right way, but I'm still just, I mean, how many hours have I sunk into this game? I've sunk a few hours into this game, but I've gone for a sniper, and I also have a melee guy who's also a trained medic. I have a machine gunner. You've got to have a machine gunner. And my other one is a pistolero. He's got the pistols. Now, I don't understand all the skills yet. So what I've done is I've chose 4 cookie build characters already made for me, and I'm just tailoring their traits as I level up and their abilities. But if you want, like I said, you can create 4 brand new from scratch characters, call them whatever you want, and yeah, just play it like that. I would recommend you do that after you've maybe played the game through once, because you'll know a lot more about it. I mean, at the moment there's a lot of stuff that I don't understand, like why would I need to be able to fix a toaster and things like that. So I'm just playing it through as it is at the minute, but my reviews are not about end game, they're about my impressions of what I think after playing the game for an hour or two. So how does it all work? What's the actual physics of this game? Well, there's a Citadel, which is your starting location. You're given quests to do, and you head out into the Wastelands to do that. Now, when you're in the Wastelands, you have to be careful because it's very hot out there and it uses water. And on the bottom right of your screen, you'll see like a globe full of water. And as you move around, that goes down. If you run out of water, you're pretty much screwed. There are oases dotted around the Wastelands that you can call in and replenish your water supplies, but there's also hidden dangers out there. There are enemies out in the Wasteland and you don't know they're there till they're on you, and you are given an option. You can either run or you can fight, and it'll give you a percentage of what sort of percentage chance you'll have if you try to run away. Personally, I fight because I want all the stuff that you get, the loot from killing the enemies. A lot of bandits out there, and what happens is if you fight, you're taken to like a little mini game where it's very much like XCOM, where you enter into a turn-based fight against the enemy. You're told how many they are, you see where they are on the map, and you then position your guys appropriately. Obviously you want your sniper at the back, your melee at the front, and support left and right. You need to make sure that if the enemy get to you and start whacking you, that you can get your medic online straight away to help them. And you are given attack points, and you can see how many attack points you have, and when you go to do a move, it'll say how many attack points that move will take, so you can plan whether you need to move a little bit to get a better line of sight, whether you need to get into cover, and all these take attack points. So you take your time. It's not real time, it's turn based, so you can take your time and have a look at what you want to do and where you're going to go. It also gives you a percentage chance of killing the enemy, or hitting the enemy rather. So there's a lot to take in on and they are fun, these little skirmishes. Although they're turn-based, they are quite fun to play. It does take a lot of planning out, and when you've got your own little tailored group that you've put together, it's quite satisfying when you bring the whole team to work as one, and you take down a group of enemies, because it's like, hey, yeah, that worked. That was my team. That my little team did that, and it gives you that good sense of fulfillment. Especially if you've named them after your friends and yourselves, because you do have that bit more of an attachment to your group as well. So once you've done things like that, you may get distress calls when you're out in the Wastelands, and the radio banter between yourself and base is brilliant. It's really, really good. Very well done it is. It's very polished, this game. And you might get SOSs to go to where somebody's been overrun their base, and you've got to try and get there. You need water. You've got to look at how much water you've got. Is it feasible to go there? But you're on a mission, and you've got to do other things as well, like loot. You can run out of ammunition, which happened to my sniper guy straight away, and I was like panicking because I'd lost one of my key characters, and the only way to get ammo is to loot it, but it's obviously RNG. When you're looting, you don't know what you're going to get, or you can go to one of the many shops to buy new ammo. There isn't any crafting per se in this game, but what you can do, you can break down weapons into parts and use them parts on other weapons, or just sell them to vendors. But what I like about this game is that it's immersive. It's very, very immersive. I didn't think I was going to like it at first, but I actually do like it. There's a little video printer at the bottom right, just constantly updating what you're doing, which is really nice touch. And there's a lot of voice acting in this as well, which is also very well done. It's deep. It's not the kind of game you can just pick up and play for half an hour. This is the kind of game that you have to like. You have to like the turn combat. You have to like even the scenario of the Wastelands. You have to like this team focused combat, or you'll not like this game. You have to be patient as well, or you'll not like this game, because it is very deep. You are going to spend hours in this game if you like it. If you like this kind of game, you're going to love this, because this is probably the best of its type that I've ever played. I'm not massively into these type of games, I have to say that, but I did find this fun. Where the problem is it's not worth 39. It's just not, guys. For £39 you can buy a few brilliant games, and for that reason I can't give this my endorsement. £40 is just too much. It's asking too much for an unfinished game. It really, really is. But I hope you've got a bit of an insight into what it is from this mini review. So that's why I'm going to thumb down this, simply because of the price. Everything else is good about it, but the price is just, it's just a bit too much, guys.